Welcome back to another episode of Not Just Football. We have a special guest here at the softball game at the Washington Wild Things VIP suite. We have the leading MVP getter for the softball game.
So far, yeah, he has got the most votes. We've only asked one person.
We only asked one person so far, but I guess that's more than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Kenny P, Big Ken. What do you want to be called now?
Whatever you want, man.
Whatever I want.
You're the boss.
What if I called you Burger King Hands?
Why?
That's lame.
Just call him MVP. Just call him MVP for the softball.
Give me that marketing deal, and then you can call me that.
Ooh, okay. We need to work on that marketing deal first.
You reach out to them, and then we'll be good.
How about this? I really got to grill you first because I'm kind of mad at you. How did Connor get the invite to the wedding and I didn't?
You know Connor's my guy, dude. Connor's my guy. He had a good time.
I'm your locker mate.
I know.
You skipped over me and invited my brother.
We go back. We go back to 17. I tried to get him to go to Pitt.
How did that
I didn't
work?
get you to go to Pitt.
Yeah, you didn't get him to go to Pitt either.
You've been here for 25 years already.
We got Doran Dickerson. You should have got him to play along.
With what?
Getting Connor to Pitt.
Oh, we tried everything. He didn't want to come.
The NIL money wasn't what it needed to be.
No, we didn't have it then.
17, you had it then. We knew you were getting paid.
17,
there's no reason you end up at Pitt other than you getting paid.
Dude, I was a 3-star. I was a nobody. Not a 5. You were a 5-star.
I was a 4-star.
Close.
It's close.
Close.
How much did you get paid at Ohio State, though?
Yeah, that's the real question.
I mean, you were a part of the tattoo scandal too, or on the team.
I was. Do you see a tattoo on me?
I don't know where your gold pants are. I just don't know what you got in return.
Charlotte Hayward is around here somewhere. She's got my gold pants.
You were a part of a scandal. Kenny was not. So
very true.
Just know that.
Kenny was part of a scandal.
It's turned on you.
What scandal? What scandal was Pitt in?
You don't remember when Kenny fake slid?
That
was a scandal.
That's not a scandal.
That was a scandal.
That's not a scandal.
Let's talk about this. How about you fake sliding? How do you feel about that?
I loved it at the time. I ran for a 60-yard touchdown. It was great.
We got any more of those coming up?
No, they're out. It's banned. Both levels.
How's it feel to know that you created that? You got the fake slide ban.
Sweet. It's definitely sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
They changed the game because of you. Cool.
It's cool.
Back to this wedding. I'm not done with this. Shrimp, oysters. It was a mean setup.
Yeah, we had the works. It was awesome. It was fun.
And I still didn't get the invite. I'm pissed.
I didn't get an invite to yours.
I didn't know you at the time. You were like 15.
Your brother knew me. Yeah, I could have been your brother's +1. Oh man.
You know what makes it even worse? Connor invited my other brother to his wedding.
He invited Craig?
No, he invited Corey.
Oh, really?
So they both went to the wedding, and I still didn't get invited.
Wait, Corey went to his wedding?
Yes.
Was he?
Yes.
I didn't see him. I don't think.
What?
I think you were a little busy. I don't think you saw everybody.
Yeah, I don't think I saw him. No.
I didn't know Corey went. Wow, that is kind of weird that you didn't go, but Corey did.
I'm not even my brother's first choice.
No, you weren't.
What was the song of the day? What was your slow dance song?
What was it?
Oh, he's looking over there at his wife right now.
Oh no. Originally it was gonna be Bieber, and then it was her cousin did a song for us, and she sang it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was cool.
With all the teammates there, who brought the worst gift?
Oh, we haven't even looked yet.
You haven't even gotten through the gifts?
No.
Who do you think brought the worst gift?
What did Connor get me?
That's who I was thinking. There's no way Connor got a good gift.
Yeah.
Connor could definitely do a Target gift card for about $15.
Yeah. Give me a box of waters for camp or something.
Yeah. Barnes & Noble. You know, I could see him giving you a bookmark.
Yeah, that would get zero use out of it.
So let's get off the wedding. Let's start talking about the season. Last year, Diontae had 0 touchdowns. How do you change that?
I think it's kind of like like both ways. Like, we're going to get him the ball. He's going to do his thing. I think it was kind of, we had some bad luck. I mean, he was out of the end zone, like, he had 1 foot in and, like, I think 2 times. Like, it's just kind of, it was like one of those things. So I'm excited for him to have a big year. He's going to have a bounce-back year, and I know he's putting a lot of work in.
Well, the word on the street is Matt Canada is not going to open up the playbook. So how do you feel about that?
Where did you get that from?
I don't know. 97 the fan, Doran Dickerson. He's shouting it out.
I think I'm excited with how the offense went this spring. So it'll be a good year.
Yeah. Are you more into the jet sweeps and the pistol offense, or would you like to be more shotgun and under center?
I think, yeah, I mean, we do both. So I think it's good to have both, you know, being in the gun, being under center and working that stuff and adding play action to it. You know, you can get me on the move from both. So I think, you know, the versatility of it with what I can do and what the team around me can do, I think it's a good fit for us.
How do you feel about play action?
I love it. I mean, especially with Najee.
I know a lot of quarterbacks don't like that. They don't like having their backs turned to the defense at all.
Yeah. I mean, there's a give and take to it. If you have a really good, you know, run game, you can trust that the fake's gonna do what it needs to do to set up everything else. But I don't think the run game's too good, and those guys don't step up. That's where I could see it. You know, there being some problems. So I think, you know, coming off the spring and what we did, I'm excited to get to camp.
Last time we talked to you, Kenny, was at the draft, and you didn't get to work with Allen Robinson yet. I've seen some videos you guys working together. What's your first impression working with him, and how's that going? Yeah, man, I love Allen. Allen shows up to work. He's a veteran guy. I love the leadership presence he has in the receiver room. I think he's going to help us out a ton this year. You know, in the slot and working. Ghost there. Working over the middle. So I think he was a huge get for us, and I'm glad he's on our team.
The new helmet. Everybody's been talking about it.
A lot more than I've been talking about it. I don't know, dude. I showed up, there's a new helmet in there, and they say it's the best one. I just wear it. I really don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me.
So is it supposed to prevent more concussions?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's more protection, like in the back of my head, like for quarterbacks. That's kind of, if you're getting hit, that's kind of, you know, the whiplash against the ground. So they said it's supposed to help, so I'm going to go with it.
Are you going to put that more in your offensive line? If I get hit, it's because of y'all, or is
no? Football's football, man. But sometimes you can't prevent it.
Just blame it on Mason Cole.
No, it's you. Mason's the man.
I give Mason a hard time, but Mason's the guy. Is Mason the guy of all the communication? You know, I know years past we've had like a Marquise Pouncey, and he would, you know, communicate with everybody. Does Mason kind of talk from the group standpoint?
Yeah, I think Mason's definitely the leader of the room, and, you know, it kind of branches out from him, you know, him being the center, with some of the mic points and stuff like that we're doing. And I mean, he's just another veteran guy that's played a lot of football, really, really smart, knows the game. I think he's one of the more underrated players on our team with how talented he is too. So, you know, he's a guy that I love having up front.
Who is your hub of communication, you know, on the field and off the field?
In terms of
just football.
I'd say, I mean, usually it's like one of each position group, like Najee with the backs, Mason up front. Receivers, I kind of talk to everybody. You know, everyone, they kind of come to me on the sideline, and we talk about what we saw or what they saw, and that really helps me out. So the guys are good at communicating at what they saw. You know, some guys that I've played with before, like, oh man, I was wide open, and you look at the tape, and they're not wide open. So I think we have some good communication.
What do you do when a wide receiver says that? Like,
all right, man, I got you. I'll get you next time. Every single time.
How different has this offseason been compared to last?
Night and day, man. I was training for the combine. I had the Senior Bowl. I had so many things going on, and worried about where I was getting drafted. And, you know, this offseason really getting a chance to just train on football and not the 40 and the 5'10" and all that stuff. So it's been a night and day difference. So yeah, by the time like it was done, like wrapping up, like I'm ready to get to the season.
Are you proud of your 40 time? Do you think it applies to every quarterback?
The 40? No, I don't think so. I mean, unless you're a 4.4 guy, 4.5 guy in the NFL, you know, it doesn't. Everyone's really fast. So
what was your 40?
4.67.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. What was yours, Cam?
4.95.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. When he was going through, we were making fun of him for what his 40 would be and what his vert would be. His vert was higher than I thought it would be, though. Would you like 35-inch vert?
35 and a half.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's
not
good.
bad.
That's really good.
What was yours?
Did you lock your arm?
What was yours?
33.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Oh, white man can't jump.
Yeah, but he's faster than you, so.
Yeah. So we're playing basketball. I'm dunking on him, right?
I don't know about that.
Are you a basketball player?
I grew up playing. Yeah, I stopped in high school, though. Played baseball.
Wait, you stopped or they stopped you?
I stopped.
There is a difference.
Dude, I was like 5'5" my freshman year.
They stopped.
I didn't think basketball was going to be my ticket. So it was either football or baseball.
What position in baseball?
Outfield.
Outfield.
Are
you playing outfield today?
I think they got me at second. I should be at short, but
I was going to say second. The arm's too good to be at second. Maybe third.
Wasting me at second.
Maybe third.
They're wasting
me at the 2 bag.
Yeah, you don't need him at 2. You need him at 3.
What's your stats going to be today? Because we're going to make a clip of you and your stats. So I want you to be honest about this.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit one out. After that, I mean, I don't know.
So you're going to go 1 for 5? That's
No. One's getting out, and then I'll get on base.
So 2 for 5?
No, probably 4 or 5. If I get it 5 times, I'll get on base 4 or 5 times.
Okay. I'm going to hold him to that.
I mean, yeah. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing in the game if you're going to force him to tell us his stats?
I'll go 3 for 5. Oh, no, I'll go 4 for 5. I'll go 4 for 5.
Okay.
What position are you at?
Probably first base.
Oh,
You're
my
terrible
gosh. That is.
I was not terrible.
Terrible.
No, I was not terrible.
Terrible.
I made a couple double plays.
Team. Double plays?
Double plays.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it tonight, then.
Yeah.
We played catch in your yard earlier today. You should not be playing first.
I was that bad.
You just don't look comfortable.
I don't have to be comfortable. I just got to make the plays.
The ball's coming to you every play.
Man, y'all doubting me. Y'all are doubting me. Let's talk about who's going to take the big step this year?
I'm going to go with you guys didn't really get a chance to see him last year, but Calvin Austin. I think he's a guy that worked really hard this offseason, had a great spring. I was really happy with how he played and all he does for our team. So I think he's a guy that I'm really, really excited to get that opportunity to play with him.
What position do you see him playing? Is he more all over the field? Is he more of an X, Z?
He'll move around. He'll move around. I think we'll do a good job of using him in different areas and definitely putting him in positions, at what he does best. That's something that in the spring we kind of really formulated the offense to put guys in positions to succeed and put them in positions at what they do really well. So I think being able to move him around and use his speed and his talents, he'll have a great year.
What are you going to do with these last couple of weeks before camp?
Train. You got to train, man. You got to get ready to go. Yeah, these past couple of weeks I've been training hard, and I just want to be in condition. Physical conditioning precedes everything else, as you know. Coach Tom was saying. Shout out Coach T. So I'll be ready to go when July 26th comes around.
Have you been watching the new quarterback documentary?
I have. I thought it was
on
great.
Netflix?
Yeah, it was great.
Omaha Productions?
Nice
Shout
plug.
out Peyton.
Nice plug. Good plug.
Yeah, good
So
plug.
natural.
Good
Would you ever do that? Would you ever give them access like that?
It's tough. It's tough. I probably would at the end of the day, but
Kenny would give more access.
no,
Would he?
Yes.
knowing
They'd be
the-
following him in the shower.
No one having a camera around you 24/7. Like that's what I'd have to figure out, like what the filming was like. Like I'm sure it wasn't 24/7. They'd be like, hey, we're coming to you on Tuesday, and like the rest of the days are not. Something like that. Like it can't be 24/7 all day. You probably lose your mind. So
I don't think this would ever happen. What would you do if you had to do Hard Knocks? How would you feel about it?
I wouldn't love it either, because you know how guys are when cameras are around. All of a sudden, everyone's a much louder human being, or they're doing stuff that they wouldn't do just because they see cameras, and it's just kind of human nature that if they see cameras, people do little different things. But I think guys would kind of lose focus a little bit on what we're actually there to do. But it is what it is.
I have a guy in mind who would probably show out. Who's the guy you think that would show out for the Pittsburgh Steelers on Hard Knocks?
The fan favorite, for sure, would be KZ, I think.
You think KZ?
Yeah, KZ's probably the funniest team I've ever had. I think he would be a fan favorite for sure.
I thought Christian Kuntz because he's got the little party in the back.
Yeah,
he tries to act like he was the cool guy. Went to Duquesne.
The hometown hero. The hometown hero.
He thinks he's an athlete. He acts like he played basketball in high school.
He'd be a good one too. Fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How bad would Connor be on that?
He would hate it. He wouldn't. He hates the camera. He hates cameras, dude. We were talking about that today. I forget what we were talking about, but he's like, yeah, I just kind of like sit in the back. He wouldn't want it. Yeah.
Yeah. The few times we've interviewed him, he
doesn't love it.
It's been interesting.
He doesn't love it.
Yeah. Connor. The one time we had him, he was in his apartment. He had the AC on. It was blowing.
Couldn't hear him at all, and he looked like he just woke up from a nap.
And his Wi-Fi was terrible.
Well, yeah, it was
Sounds
terrible.
about right.
Yeah, it was terrible.
He just shouldn't have done it at his place.
No
way.
Should have done it at the facility.
All right. Well, you want to ask this last question?
What, the prom pose?
Yeah.
Whose idea was the prom pose?
Cam's. He came over to my shoot.
Bro, no. You were like, Cam, come here.
Yeah,
Cam, come here.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
what? And he was like, do this. And I was like,
So it was you. It was
wasn't me.
you.
Why would you think
it was
I don't
you.
even look right doing that.
It was you.
I feel so uncomfortable. That was not me.
That was you.
Why would I call you over to do that and ask you to do that?
Kenny, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
You want me closer all the time because we're locker mates.
You're locker mates.
Yeah, we're locker mates. Yeah.
Is that's still happening? Like he doesn't get to get away from you at all?
No.
Oh,
I have to instill some wisdom to him.
So it's him and Connor right next to you too, right?
Yes, and hearing their conversations are golden.
There's a serious age gap between you guys. There's a generational
bit of a gap.
Yeah. You're like the grandpa of that group. So
it's funny to hear Connor complain, and then you hear Kenny is like, "Yeah, Connor was fine today." I'm like, "That's not what Connor told me."
He's got a big camp coming up. He's gonna be running a lot. I already told him. You better get ready. He's be moving around, playing some different positions. So I'm excited for him.
Do you look at him as more of a guy who can be the second tight end, the third tight end, the fullback, the H-back? How do you use a guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a football player, so anything you ask him to do, he's just good at it, like naturally. There were some plays this year that he kind of just did on his own, and like we naturally were thinking the same thing together, and we're in sync on things that we should have been doing, but it was just playing football. I think he'll be like a third back type. He'll be like the second tight end. He could be a wide receiver, whatever we need him to do. So I think he fits all the different personnel groups that we do. He's just got to make sure that he can take all the snaps and make sure he's in there at 100%. So that's the challenge for him.
I just thought about this, and I want you to share this story. We were down in Atlanta, and obviously me and Connor, it was a big moment for us getting the chance to play in front of a lot of friends and family where my dad played. Tell our viewers what you shared with Connor before the game.
In the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're usually, if you look, like we're always kind of together in the tunnel before we go out. It kind of started our first pre-season game. Like we were always like just kind of chilling together, and that's kind of like who I always am with in the tunnel. But I kind of just looked at him. I was like, we're gonna get one for your props today, and he ended up going out and having his first touchdown. And he had a hell of a game. So that was really special for him and you as well, I know, and your whole family. So that was cool. And we're back down there again this preseason, right?
Yeah.
Got you crying. Had you
No
crying on the sidelines, yeah, man.
Bro, I wasn't ready for the moment.
You were crying like a baby,
ready,
man.
And I thought I was good.
No,
too.
you were.
I was like,
you were toast.
Because I saw the camera, I was like, they didn't get me. I was good.
No, they got you.
They got
you good. Yeah, they did.
I'm an ugly crier. I just realized.
You are. Yep, you are.
You had a good one in Cleveland too. The Cleveland mic'd up was cool. That last drive, we went down there. He had that big catch, and we almost had him in the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
that was good.
Gotta finish that.
You become a fanboy when Connor starts making plays. It's weird.
You're a fanboy too. Your brother's playing baseball.
I'm always a fan. But you try to act like you're a neutral on this, but you can't help it.
He tries to play it cool.
He tries to play it cool, but he can't.
I play it cool in front of him. I don't really tell him like good job. It's just
nice.
Get your
Nice.
Yeah. Don't support your brother.
Maybe he needs to hear good job.
Nice.
Maybe he needs to hear that.
No, I'll let him know when he does good, but he doesn't need to hear it before.
Okay.
That's how I treat all my teammates, right?
Pretty much.
Wow, really?
Pretty much.
Not a compliment guy, huh?
Yeah, more smacking the head guy.
Oh.
It's like a good
Smacking
job.
the head?
A good job, like hit on the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I come off the field, if I score a touchdown, you hit me on the helmet. And it's like I got punched.
No, you're already concussed, so it wasn't me hitting you in the first place. But Kenny, I gotta say thank you for coming on. You're this is his
Third time. Kenny is the most frequent guest we've had.
Leading.
So he's pretty much the quarterback of the show.
So when he hits 5, do we have to get him like a robe or something?
I would think you owe him something pretty nice.
Yeah, a nice gift.
Yeah, good gift.
Nice gift.
Nice gift.
Maybe a
What do you need?
watch. I don't know.
Maybe a wedding present.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, you need to be invited to get that. So I would say that. So,
Shots fired.
That's why I would invite
Shots
Cam.
fired.
Cam is a good gift giver. So I would have invited Cam and hope he didn't show up and just give me the gift.
He missed my birthday.
Oh.
I missed your birthday.
Didn't go to my birthday.
Wow.
Okay, then you take my kids to baseball.
I could coach baseball.
I don't believe
I
that.
could coach baseball.
Okay, speaking of gifts, we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. We have a MVP and an LVP. Who's gonna be the MVP? And you can't say yourself.
There's this guy on the other team. They got him as Jim the Ringer Madera. He's my best friend from college. And I'm going to give him the MVP honors if I can't do myself. So he's got some big shoes to fill. And I'm really excited to put the pressure on him tonight and see how he does. And then the LVP,
Yeah.
I got to look at the roster.
You know who it's gonna be.
It's you.
I would hate it to be Cam Heyward.
It's Cam or Connor.
I would hate it to be Cam. Connor could play.
Okay, I saw Connor swing a golf club.
In the field, probably not great, but Connor will hit the ball.
Connor was terrible last year. I will pull up old photos.
Dude, the still shots of you is scary.
The still shots are fine. Relax.
Cam's the LVP.
Yeah, for sure.
Cam's
for
the
sure.
LVP.
He bought the trophy thinking he was going to give it to somebody, but I was like, just keep it. Just keep it at the house.
You're going to get the trophy. Just watch.
We'll see.
Why did this game turn into the Steelers versus their friends?
I like it, though.
That's really what it is. That's really what it is. Steelers versus the friends. That's really what it is.
I like it. It's
cool.
going to be good.
We're going to smash the friends.
Yeah, just like last year.
Team World.
We'll get them.
Yeah. We'll get it. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to Kenny for coming up. Big Ken, appreciate you doing this. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Kenny. Tickets to the game, merch, meals at iconic restaurants, stays at Caesar's Palace. All this can be yours when you bet with Caesar's Sportsbook. Win or lose, every bet earns reward credits, which you can redeem across the empire. Now, if you haven't started yet, register using code OMAHAFULL and then place your first bet. Up to $1,250. If you win, great. You keep those winnings. But if you lose, you'll get your stake back as a bonus bet.
We are here at the softball game with the Washington Wild Things, and we have a special guest, our first guest, our very first guest.
Yep.
Can you believe that? It's been a year.
Episode 1.
Or not a year, but
yeah. I mean, yeah.
We're going back in time.
Yeah.
You know, I should have them announce me to the ring. That should be part of my intro.
Yes.
First guest.
Yes.
First guest.
The first not just football guest.
Guest. The dentist of AEW, of all wrestling.
That's it.
Herself.
Rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Britt Baker.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Yeah.
DMD. I did it. Is that right?
You did it. It was perfect.
Okay. Don't beat me up. Thank you for coming on.
Ooh, let me move closer.
There you go.
You're yelling at me here. Thank you so much for having me. I was so pumped to do this again.
Thank you for coming on. You've blown up since the last time we talked about you.
I try. You know, we're trying.
She's on the cover of like Penn Stater magazine now. AEW video game.
I've been trying, making moves. So it's exciting. We're going to actually do our first wrestling AEW show at Penn State this year at the Bryce Jordan Center. And it's like they made that announcement the exact same time that I was on the cover of Penn Stater. And I was like, I could not have planned that even if I tried. It was perfect.
Well, I hate to offend all Penn State fans, but there's not going to be a lot of fans there.
Stop. Stop. Enough.
Is it going to be a whiteout?
It's not the only Penn Stater we're talking to today, too. So you better be careful.
Oh, I'm shouting them all out.
Yeah, you better be careful.
Who else?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm gonna be sneaking up here. Who's in here?
Yeah, we got some more Penn State people, but we don't like them that much, right?
Yeah, no. We're other Big Ten school guys.
Yeah. So the AEW video game, how do you feel about that?
It's surreal to see yourself in a video game. That's something you never even dream of. And like I said, I was very much a Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2 gamer. After that, I kind of retired from video games. Of course, I had to bust it back out to play around with this for a little bit. And it's so much fun. It's so cool. It's the first game for AEW, so to be on the cover, that's like history. That's something no one can ever take away from you.
Yeah. You know, all of us complain about, like, the Madden ratings. I'm a big proponent of complaining about it because they're always wrong. Are you happy with your rating?
Yeah, I can't even remember what it is, but I specifically was told by a couple of fans that, like, oh, your rating's really good. So unless they lied to me, I'm happy with it.
No.
Are you the top wrestler?
I should
Women's
be.
wrestler or a wrestler, period?
Both. I
I
can't
like
imagine.
that.
I can't imagine I'm not.
There you go. Are you doing, like, intergender fights?
Yeah, you can wrestle the guy. You can do, like, weapons matches, and there's blood and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a lot. Well, and she's the bloody one. Remember, the first time we talked to her, our producer showed us a picture of you covered in blood.
Right.
So that seems to be right up your alley.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it happens more than I would like to. I actually got busted my nose again a few months after that and broke my nose again and it was another bloody mess. It comes to me. The blood it's.
So it's not one of those things where they're, like, cutting you to, like.
Sometimes.
Oh,
But
okay.
when a busted nose, no.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Was that on purpose? Like, is
No.
it? No,
And it was actually I was completely healed up from the nose surgery from the first time I busted my nose and then broke it again. I was like, oh no.
So I know it's like a dance too with wrestling. So, like, are you pissed at the wrestler you're going against most of the time when it happens?
So when injuries happen, sometimes yes, sometimes no, because there's so many things that can go wrong, and most of the time, 98% of the time, they don't. because wrestling is inches away from being like a career-ending injury if something's mistimed or miscalculated. So most of the time, if it's an honest mistake or a timing issue or something, like you can't be mad about that. But if someone's getting wild and crazy and shooting in the ring, then yeah, I'm gonna be ticked off.
Is that Thunder Rosa?
Hey, you said it, not me.
Ooh.
Wow, that sounds like it was.
You want to give us a little promo right here? Shout her out?
No. I've actually, I will say in AEW, I can't say that I've ever had a moment in the ring where I was like, I'm gonna mess this person up, because for the most part, we have a really professional locker room, which I'm very thankful for. And my differences, set our differences aside, I don't like Thunder Rosa, but she's still a good wrestler. I got to give that to her.
Yeah. Do you like the new format with the collision and what's the other name of the other group?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Do you like it broken up that way?
So it's awesome because it gives more people TV time.
Right.
We have such a huge roster. We have the best wrestlers in the world, but there's like 20 of them. We have so many. So it's great to give people a split, like more TV time. It's definitely, for us, we're still getting used to it because we don't know what show we're going to be on yet that week. It's not like a hard brand split. It's not like a Raw SmackDown type thing yet. I don't know what the plan for that, if that's going to be in the future. But, I mean, it's awesome because we've only been on TV for 3-4 years now, and we already have 3 TV shows. Like, the network wanted another show, so that's awesome.
So AEW's doing well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got to ask you about this. I feel bad. The Hart Cup this year. How do you feel about it, not being able to be in the championship or the finals?
Yeah, so I won last year.
You did.
I won. And I was the first ever Owen Hart Cup winner, so you can never take that away from me. It's in the history books. Today I'm a little disappointed and like maybe slightly embarrassed that I lost the first round. I can say it. I can own up to that.
Absolutely.
Isn't the girl you lost to in the finals, though?
Yeah.
The defending champ out in the first round, too. It's got to sting. It's got to sting.
She's dirty?
She plays dirty. It's
okay.
So you shouldn't have lost.
It's a messy win.
Okay,
for her.
okay.
Yeah, if she's proud of that, then okay.
Okay.
Then she can go to sleep clean at night. And all right, whatever, Ruby.
I want to ask you, Cam has been tweeting a lot. He's trying to become the NFL heel. Can you please give him some tips on what he can do to become better at it? Because every chance he gets, anything negative about him, he's got to go tweet about it.
Yeah.
Like Madden ratings are going to be that next. But what can he do to become a better heel?
Or ESPN rankings.
Well, that too.
Shout out.
Ninth. Oh, the 9th best defensive tackle in the league, by the way, right here. So
get out of here.
So Twitter is very, like, they pick the weirdest things to stick onto, like whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
And when it's something bad, they're so passionate. You got to go all in on it. You got to stick to it and don't give up because and Twitter can be mean. Like they're very mean and hurtful, and as a heel, you can't let that get to you. You got to keep going. Because you want them to hate you. You want to be comfortable.
They hate us because they hate us, right?
That's it. That's all it is. Yeah.
Okay. So what do I need to be a heel? What's my first step in growing in the heel role?
You have to be comfortable.
Like, give me something I can say right now that's going to upset the world right now.
Like, you could say, there is no way that Penn State University is not national champions this year. The world would be mad.
I don't think anybody cares about that, first of
They
all.
would be so mad. So mad.
Okay,
But it has to be something you're very passionate about and you feel really strongly about, because that's when that's when the fire comes out.
So would it be like someone saying you're not a good dentist?
Yeah, that's perfect.
I mean, you could basically say there's not 9 better defensive tackles than you.
But it's like,
That's true.
I know.
There's not 8 better than me. There's not 7. There's not 6. There's not 5. There's not 4. There's not 3. There's not 2. There's not 1. How about that?
There you go.
That's perfect. Because it has to be something that you know in your heart you're right about. No, even if you're wrong. If you think you're right, then you're right. That's what you got to put out there.
So what would someone say to get under your skin right now? Like, what would be that one moment you'd be like, I have to fight this girl right now?
In wrestling or in life?
Both.
So right now, just because I don't have the title and I'm in the Owen Hart Cup, if you tell me that like my time's up, that I'm washed up, that I peaked, that really, really makes me mad. Makes me fired up because you don't know what's going on, what's coming up. And that's part of the magic of professional wrestling. You're not supposed to know.
Right.
So just shut up. Let me be me at DMD. That's like, it's coming.
How do you feel about Penn State's chances this year?
I feel great. I feel strongly.
I'm just going to get her pissed off by the end of this, right?
Just keep taking Penn State jabs. Just keep taking Penn State jabs. I think that's working, though. You can see it. We can see it working.
Starting to boil.
It is. It's starting to get,
We were going to talk about the softball game a little bit more to see how good you were going to hit today, but I don't know. This Penn State stuff might take off.
It's the same thing when when we go to Cleveland for AEW. I wear all Steelers stuff.
You have to.
I do.
And who wants to wear Cleveland stuff?
Oh, I have with terrible towel, everything. They boo me louder than any city in the world, Cleveland.
So when you go to Baltimore and Cincinnati, do you do the same as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's all Steelers stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
I wear all the Steelers gear.
How does Tony Khan feel about the Steelers stuff down in Jacksonville, though?
He's actually cool with it. He knows that that's my team, and he's very supportive of that. Yeah. But when I go to because I live in Orlando, when I go to the Jags game, I'm not allowed to wear Steelers stuff. Gotta be respectful.
Have you been to Jag Steelers yet?
Yes.
Oh, how was that? Did you sit with him?
I was in the suite, the owner's suite.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you can't wear any Steelers stuff either?
Can't. I gotta be respectful.
Wow.
When was the last time we played them?
It was preseason last year.
Oh, preseason.
But then the year before, it was the year before.
It was the year before. We won,
right? Yeah. This year's in Pittsburgh.
It's got to be in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be going to that one with them?
I hope so.
Yeah.
And if we have like a
show,
pay-per-view or something that I put in, but I'm hoping Tony like calculates that right. He's got the power on that one. So
You bring up pay-per-views. We got to talk Forbidden Door. Who do you want to see?
Forbidden Door already happened.
But I'm talking about the next one.
Oh, the next one?
Next one. Who's the one wrestler that Britt Baker wants to see?
So there's a very famous female wrestler who used to go by the name Sasha Banks. Now she's Mercedes Moné, and she is on the circuit. She got injured right now, but once she heals up, I think pretty much anyone and everyone wants to see her in some capacity all over the wrestling scene, not just because she's not in WWE anymore, so she can be wherever she wants. She's in New Japan right now, but she's not exclusive to them.
Okay.
So just to see somebody of that caliber just going out there and doing everything on her own without the machine behind her and still succeeding, it's really cool.
What's your dream match? Like, if you could pick one wrestler, old, new, you name it, who does Britt Baker want to see in that ring?
Yeah, my answer changes for this all the time. But just because it was so important to me when I was training, there's the group called the Four Horsewomen of WWE, and it was Becky Lynch, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair. That's who I watched and studied nonstop when I was training, and they really laid the groundwork for the style of women's wrestling that you see now. And I mean, granted, there was tons of work done before them by the women that came before them, but for me specifically in my generation, that's who we watched, and that's who I felt really had a big impact. So any one of those girls, I'm going to say Bayley today because I'm a big Bayley fan. But there's such a level of respect there too. But now it's also cool because that's my competition too on the other side. And it's cool when you get to that level.
Want a quick back-to-school tip? You can cross everything off your list before the big day with DoorDash. Stock up on supplies and lunchtime snacks all in one place. With DoorDash, you'll enjoy next-level convenience with delivery in the hour, making it easier than ever to get back-to-school needs fast. All of your favorite retail, grocery, and convenience stores are on the same app, so you can shop everything your kids need for back-to-school. You can fill their backpacks, their bellies, and the pantry this back-to-school season. Be prepared before the big day arrives. Stock up on the on-the-go breakfasts, lunchbox staples, and the brands they love. Shop DoorDash to get everything you need for the back-to-school season delivered right to your door. Order now for stress-free back-to-school shopping. Use promo code CAM to get 50% off up to $10 value. When you spend $15 or more at convenience, grocery, or retail stores on DoorDash. That's 50% off up to $10 value. When you spend $15 or more, promo code CAM. Don't forget, that's code CAM for 50% off your next order. Terms apply. Welcome to the wrap-up show of the Not Just Football podcast. We had a great turnout today, and now we have a special guest, Aditi Kinkhabwala. Did I say that right?
Kinkhabwala.
Oh gosh, I can't.
Kinkhabwala.
Kinkhabwala.
Yeah.
But I've spent a good 15 years being like, why can't I just be Aditi? Like, there's Madonna, there's Beyonce, and there's
Is there any other
Aditi.
Aditis? Is there any other Aditis out there?
I mean, there are a lot of Aditis, but like,
Is there any famous Aditis?
That would be obnoxious if I said no.
That's
not
like
that
me saying there's
arrogant.
other Cams out there. Oh, there's Cam Newton. Who?
Yeah.
Cam Jordan. Who?
But your name's a
Let's
tad
get
more
There
common
are.
than hers. So that's the thing.
Why do you think that?
Because you just named 5 guys that played in the NFL named Cam, and you can't name one person
named
famous named
2.
Aditi.
You want to tell some stories? Let's talk about Aditi playing softball last year because she thought she was going to get on base and she didn't.
Because Cam Heyward is such a competitive, unfriendly, like you would run over your own mother if you needed to.
1,000%.
I agree with that.
1,000%.
Okay, so just so everybody
1000%.
knows, Kenny Pickett tried to do me a solid a year ago.
And look how well that's doing for him.
I mean, Kenny is going to be the best thing that happened in Pittsburgh in a very long time.
But would it be bad for me to take it easy on you? Wouldn't you want me to treat everybody the same?
No, you were exceptionally hard on me.
No. I would have done the same thing to Hayden. And I would have done the same thing to I would have done the same thing to my
Not
children.
to Connor. No,
Yes.
Yeah, you would have.
of
Well, that's
Connor should be
fine.
worse. He'd be worse.
Yes.
He'd be worse than Connor.
Yes.
He would
All
definitely be
right,
worse.
let's
He would
start
definitely
again.
be
Where are we
No.
starting this podcast from? Right now, we just
We are
had an
starting-
incredibly successful 3rd annual Cam
Podcast is
Heyward.
this. You have control issues. I'm starting to realize that. You're out of control. Let's talk about this softball game and what we saw today. Who had a great night?
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Give us a name that you were surprised by.
Kenny hit 2 home runs, which was lovely.
Yes.
Connor played really hard.
It's Highsmith. Highsmith to me was the MVP.
No.
Never got out, 4 for 4, hit 2 home runs, and hit a grand slam.
Yes, but that wasn't surprising. Cam asked who
Well,
was surprising.
okay, that's
like,
fair.
Connor
That's
played so hard.
How bad was Connor last year?
Connor wasn't as into it last year. But
Connor-
Connor, like, played hard this
Well, he
year.
had a diving catch, sliding catch,
did.
and
Multiple,
then
yes.
opposite field home run too. He crushed
And,
that
like,
ball.
trying to race out a seeing eye single,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
to first
he-
base.
I'll say the most surprising performance tonight was Pat Fryermuth.
Oh, stop.
For sure.
I love
Yes.
him.
I told him that.
No. See, there you go, feeling sorry for certain people.
I'm not feeling
Treat them
sorry
all the
for
same.
him.
This is what we deal with the media. They choose their favorites, and then they're like, "Oh, we shouldn't feel bad. We got to feel bad for this person." You know,
Okay.
let's treat
Pat
everybody the
tried.
same.
Pat brought good effort. Yes. Pat did not acquit himself particularly well at the
Fielding
plate.
issue. No, the fielding was terrible.
Well, I don't
And
understand why you let him play first base.
It wasn't my decision
Why they let Cam play first base?
because I was way better than him.
I mean, but you just didn't look comfortable
Wait,
at first base.
no. Did you see the glove they gave me? I couldn't even put it over my.
Look at
my
Cam
hand.
Hayward making excuses.
Excuses.
I didn't make excuses. Did I have any errors?
No. But
I
you
don't-
were over 4.
Exactly.
But you were
So-
over 4.
Let's keep it quiet then.
You were over 4.
I was not 0 for 4. Don't do that.
Yes.
Poor Cam Hayward, right? Cam's looking at me. I'm not. It's Hayden.
Did you hit a ball
Hayden
to the
too.
outfield?
I did. The last
Did you?
one was.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't think
The
so.
last one was.
I don't think so.
Why
Okay,
are
so
you
Cam,
lying?
I got yelled at by the crowd today.
My God, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
yes.
we've got a
You're
security
bragging about
guard
hitting a
who's
ball
all
to the
that.
outfield.
Yes.
You're bragging about hitting a ball to the outfield.
Okay, so I tried to have some fun with Cam, which I've had fun with Cam for a good 10 years, right? Like, we have a good enough relationship that we can tease each other
Yes.
at this point.
Right.
And some guy in the stands yelled at me and said, Aditi, this is why nobody in Pittsburgh likes you.
Wow.
So that brings up a good question. How do you feel about the media as a whole towards sports?
How much time do we have? I
tables
thought
are
this was like a
turned.
10
Tables are turned. We
podcast.
just took. Go ahead.
Well, I think the world has changed, right? I've been in the
Oh, don't
sports
give me the
media
world
world
has
for a very
changed.
long time. No, it has.
Yeah.
I think it really, really, truly has. I think even our relationship, 10 years we've known each other at this point, right?
Right.
When were you drafted, Cam?
2011.
Oh, so you actually preceded me in the city of Pittsburgh.
Yes, I do. I precede a lot of people in that facility right now.
Yeah.
Kim, does it bother you to see white hairs in your beard?
No. Does it bother you that I have white hairs in my beard?
No. Do you ever consider coloring them?
No.
Did your wife ask you to color them?
I bet you would have been higher than 9th on the defensive tackles list if you took the gray out your beard.
Does that bother you?
Oh, does it bother
You know what
him?
really bothers me about it? Is the fact that when you look at the rankings from the ESPN power rankings, right?
Right.
And there's other players getting congratulated because they had nobody around them, right?
Sure.
And so they'll say, oh, he doesn't have a quarterback. Oh, he doesn't have that. Then why are my stats held against me because of my age? Because I supposedly had a decline, but I had better stats than them.
Okay, so Cam, let's just do this, though. We all respect people in our industry who we feel like, okay, this is someone who works, this is someone who makes the effort. Who in the game do you actually feel like I have respect for that guy?
There's guys I have respect for. Quinnen Williams, I definitely thought he had a great year. What I
okay,
don't,
but you've had sustained success for a decade. I'm talking about like a player.
So AD, right?
Of course.
I always give him credit.
Okay.
Why is AD given a pass when he got hurt? And when I got hurt, I fell out of the rotation, right? Consistency matters.
Right.
Why, when one guy has double digit and then doesn't have it either way, why is he so high?
Because of the market. Every single media market, as somebody who travels,
See, but that's an excuse.
Markets,
that's the excuse for the media. If you're doing your homework and you're saying you're
good, if you're doing your homework,
yes, and not being clickbait like some people like to be, because they just like to throw out rankings that they don't know what's going on, who know what a 3-4 is, who know what a 4-3 D tackle is. It's ridiculous because some of these guys don't even play that position. And it's funny when you hear them talk because then they'll ask the exec and you're like, who's this exec coming up with this? Put a name to it. At least say he's in the AFC North so I can beat up on the AFC North. Like,
which you're motivated to do anyway.
Right. Like, sign your work. That's all I'm saying. If you don't give me the anonymous crap. Like, that's overrated.
All right. Okay, but who else do you respect? Who else do you really like?
I like Jonathan Allen.
Okay.
I do. I think when you look at what he's done, I like his body of work. And he plays a good amount of snaps, and he plays run and pass.
Okay, who do you hate playing?
Who do I hate playing?
Who are you just like, I don't want to see this guy opposite me?
He will not admit that if it's even there is anybody. He won't.
Okay, who's a great challenge to play?
I think when you look at a team like KC, right? The thing that KC does that makes them so difficult to beat is they score in bunches. And you can be up on a team like that, but they always have a fighting chance of getting out of that.
You were like that. When you had AB and Le'Veon and Haley was your coordinator, you were that team. Like, you could score in a minute.
The defense wasn't as good as it is today.
Don't tell him that.
It's just the facts. And
I think
the facts. It's the facts.
I mean, it's true.
It is. It's true.
I think we had our lumps, but we weren't a complete team on offense and defense. Because even when you look at those offensive teams we had, I thought we had all the talent in the world. We would always come back to, oh, this wasn't done right. What they would give Todd Haley a bunch of crap because, oh, we couldn't convert 3rd and 1s. And it was,
you were going for 3rd and long on a very regular basis.
No, okay.
I mean, you were going for you were on 3rd and 1 and you'd throw the ball deep.
Yes. And so there was things like that. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we were still growing. TJ came later in that group. You had me, Shea, Tuitt, Bud. And I think we had a guy like Will Gay who was teaching a lot of guys.
Yeah. I love P.S.
Will Gay is that dude.
Yes.
Will Gay is one of the most underrated, smart,
tremendous human beings.
Yes.
Who has suffered in many, many ways and made sure that he has taken his platform to do some good.
You talking about a guy like Ike Taylor raising Will Gay, and then you seeing that baton passed off and him just teaching others, I thought that was huge.
You know what? That's such a great story. Hayden, I don't know if you know this, but Will Gay's mother was actually killed by her spouse partner.
Wow.
And so Will Gay was very, very passionate about domestic violence. And at that time, when Will was playing, there was a month that was dedicated to breast cancer.
Yes.
And Will used to buy Minnesota Vikings cleats because the color against domestic violence was purple. And he would be fined by the NFL because he wasn't wearing accredited cleats. And Ike Taylor said, if he wears those cleats and the National Football League fines him, I will pay that fine.
We struggled with that for a while.
And this is what I love about football teams. When there is that brotherhood, when there is that camaraderie, and when there is that I have your back for something that matters to you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Didi for coming on. And we'll see you next time.
You want to answer my husband's phone call?
Answered on air. Answered on air.
Wow.